everyone. Welcome to Fox News Tonight. I'm Harris Faulkner. We are the greatest nation on earth. Right now, we need to remind some folk that we belong in our divinely given place at the top. We didn't just stumble here. We are a nation under God. We have shed our might and our grace, and we have been anointed at times in our young nation's history to fight for, clothe, feed, and pray with more people than anyone else on the planet. We know who we are. We just need a jolt to revive the greatness we are destined for. We are still American patriots, and our faith still moves mountains. We just need to get going. We've been dabbling in some dangerous things of late, squashing free speech through cancel culture, losing our sovereignty by overrun borders, and tolerating a White House dedicated to redefining us and dirtying up the concept of patriotism. Plus, there's a realignment of our system of law and order that's hardening already violent criminals and putting enormous power in the hands of the most radical liberals we've seen to date. It feels like the proverbial hour is midnight. Even a sliver of light is hard to see, but take heart. You know what happens at midnight? The new day begins. Just when it may be like we are bending to the will of things that don't make any sense, at one of our nation's darkest hours, that's exactly when our new beginning can be forged. And I can tell you this, never underestimate the next chapter for America. We are the best. And while the emboldened criminals among us do their bidding, and while the angry and misguided woke folk try to force feed their brand of holier-than-thou-ness, they know not what they did when they went too far. They overstepped when they began to pick at and attack our faith. Sometimes with violence, like in the case of the transgender Nashville terrorist Audrey Hale. Hale shot and killed 3 children, 3 adults at Covenant Christian School. The day it happened, authorities even acknowledged Christianity was a target.
We feel that very strongly that she went to school here in the Nashville area, and she went to that actual school, and so there's some belief that there was some resentment for having to go to that school.
Well, here we are all these months later, and prosecutors won't let us see an unredacted or even lightly redacted manifesto, or even what some of the parents at the school are requesting, to release police reports and just summaries of the shooter's motives. The matter goes back into court this week, June 8th, in fact. But we know faith is under attack. Enough is enough. I mean, is it enough for you? It is for me. We are in a spiritual fight for the soul of America. And if you think that's not true, take a look around at what's going on. The devil has gotten into some people. And the worst part of experiencing our country ripping at the seams is that our enemies are massing, feasting on the tastiness of our weaknesses. For one, look at our president.
More than half of the women in my administration are women.
Are you concerned about the strength of the dollar right now? I'm not sure that there's anything to say. God bless him. And God bless all of us, because he is supposed to be the best of us. And what we just watched is a fraction of what China, Iran, Russia, all the like see. Add to it Our own citizens are breaking us. And if you are an independent or conservative, look at the quieting you have suffered in social media alone. A billionaire had to take over Twitter to wrest it from the hands of liberals employed by corporate liberals who hate you. And women and children are being redesigned by some sort of mad leftist science experiment. It's as though people on the left have more free time than anybody else. They want to acronym and pronoun us to death. Well, know this. The Lord has determined I am a woman, and my pronouns are USA. Our nation's soul is at stake. And we really only have a couple of choices, 3 really. We can be bad at protecting the greatest nation on the earth. We can be average at protecting the greatest nation on the earth. Or we can be elite at protecting the greatest nation on earth. We know who we are, and we know whose we are. For those of us who believe, we must be bold in our faith right now. When you gather in public spaces, pray thankfully over your food. Even when the server gives you the stink eye or tells the manager that your peaceful grace is triggering them. Had it happen to me. I've been asked to leave a restaurant for openly bowing my head in prayer hands. In America. It's all good. They don't deserve my money anyway. Corporations are learning this the hard way as they choose some odd course of DE&I public relations. Make that choice over the people who actually keep the lights on. My faith determines my values, and I hope you are living by your values and what brings you joy and peace and love. And I believe people can love who they want. Be free, be happy. Just don't force me to bend to your will and your belief system simply because you feel a certain way. Enough is enough. So when biological men begin to share small restrooms and workspaces with women, just remember, it won't be because anyone asks us, actual women, if we are okay with it. It's beginning to happen everywhere. I know this. My spiritual weapon is the impenetrable power of being in a relationship with a loving God. And if we go unapologetically forward by doing right and being excellent, God will put us back together right in front of the people who broke us. Ned Ryan is the CEO of American Greatness. Ned is with me now. So Ned, what say you?
Well, I would say I totally agree with you, Harris. It's time to get back to some fundamentals. First of all, it's time to celebrate and love this country. Amen. We are the greatest nation the world has ever seen, and we should celebrate the free American Republic, which I truly believe is the pinnacle of Western civilization. We should be proud of it. We've had our imperfections.